Íslenska jarðhitaráðstefnan Iceland Geothermal Conference hóft í Hörpu í morgun en að ræða bæði alþjóðlega ráðstefnu og sýningu fyrir fyrirtæki sem þjónusta og vinna að jarðhitanýtingu. Íslenski jarðhitaklasinn stendur á bakvið ráðstefnuna sem haldin í þriðja sinn en rúmlega 650 gestir eru skráðir frá 45 þjóðum. Annar aðalfyrirlesarinn í morgun var Kyte sem stýrir metnaðarfullu verkefnum Sjálfbærra orku fyrir alla, Sustainable Energy for All. Verkefnið var sett á laggirnar árið 2012 af hálfu Ban Ki-moon, aðalframkvæmdastjóra Sameinuðu þjóðanna, og hefur það markmið að útrýma orkufátækt í heiminum fyrir árið 2030. En hver var boðskapurinn í erindinu í morgun?
The Iceland Geothermal Conference is a really important event, and what I was trying to do was put all of these experts and practitioners in geothermal energy, help them put their work in the context of the Sustainable Development Goals and the Paris Agreement on climate change. So the international community is unified in a way that we've never seen before around a vision of development over the next few decades and over the need to produce sustainable development in a world where emissions are less than way below 2 degrees. And I think it's important that people understand that there is that commitment now. These were universal agreements, but now we've got to figure out how to do it. And the ambition in those agreements means radical change on the ground in the decisions that countries will make and the investments that the private sector will make.
We've seen an enormous shift from fossil fuels towards renewable energy sources. Is geothermal a big part of that?
Geothermal plays a very important role in the shift from fossil fuel to renewables in the places where geothermal lends itself as an abundant, affordable, clean option. But I think one of the questions I was posing to the audience is if the technology is proven, the geology is well understood, how do we increase the amount of geothermal in the mix in the countries where this can be very important from a power perspective? But also I think under-discovered or under-realised is the option of geothermal in developed and industrialised countries for district heating and other economic diversification purposes. And so I think that it isn't just geothermal for power in the developing world, it's a much bigger challenge, and now's the time to really double down on the policy and finance issues we have to deal with.
You have a big task on your hand in the Sustainable Energy for All before 2030. Are you optimistic?
Well, I'd rather be an optimist and wrong than a pessimist and right. But I think that the extraordinary advances in technology, the plummeting price of renewables, mean that for the first time it's not a dream to imagine that we can close the energy access gap. It's just a question of being dedicated and focused on the policy and finance issues which are stopping us from getting there. So if we've got the political will and we can engineer the financing and engineer the policy shift, the technology is there. So yeah, I'm optimistic because I think we have to be, but I don't see any reason why we can't do this.